The good things.
Change your mindset, change your life. I'm going to start saying that because manifestation is more than just a spiritual journey or following a million steps. It's essentially science. It's neuroscience. It's changing your mindset, changing your neural pathways to new habits, new ways of thinking, new ways of viewing everything, having that new connection. And I want to share this video today because I feel like this is super important. This changed my life so much. Yeah, it's amazing to manifest money. It's fantastic. It's exciting. And manifesting a new car or an amazing partner or getting your partner to come back and give you what you want. But I use it every day with changing my mindset. When you learn you have that control and that you make the shots, you can do it with so many different things. And I'm doing my video today on something I feel like is so important, especially with the holidays coming up here. And I know in the past I dreaded going to family gatherings. I love my family very much. I had a certain family member that most of my life, all of her life, I think most of her life too, that we had conflicts. We had conflicts to the point where I would feel like that's just the way it is. It's not going to change. Nothing's going to change. I had other family members at times I've had conflicts with as well. And so I didn't always look forward to going to Thanksgiving or Christmas. And I had to, at the time, I just essentially accepted it, but I had to see it in a different way. I had to think of it when learning about manifestation, conscious creating, and how you can change your thoughts, change your life, change your mind. I thought, what if I do this with my family? I did it with my coworkers and my boss, and I had amazing results. And I thought, well, let's take this to the family level. Is it possible that I can see my family member in a different light? I can see them as a different person, because constantly, every time that I opened my mouth, the old story came out of how I view that person. I would just talk about it with other family members. That would be the story. And I didn't see that person any other way. And so when I made that conscious decision to see that person in a different way, in a different light, and forget the past of what happened, different conflicts that we had, different experiences, how they hurt me in the past, and drop that and see them a different way and start pointing out the good points that person had. And I actually made a list. I made a list and went through the list and thought I'm going to see them this way now, that they can, have this ability that they do really well and this. And I started to make that my focus. So anytime that, and I had gone in the past long segments of time, I never had a relationship with my family, with this family member, and I would avoid any kind of event, I feel like at times, just to avoid that conflict and having that old pattern. So this really felt like a big deal to me. Like, can I possibly drop that old story, let go of that hurt, forgive that past, even without asking, demanding an apology, just in my head? Am I willing to see that person a different way? And when I started to do that and I made that decision, that person started to show up in a different way, and continually does show up to that version of them now that I see them, that she shows up that way. And I'm so thankful I have that relationship. And actually, we went on a fantastic vacation together, which I never thought that would ever happen. And I absolutely love spending time with her. And that's something that I'd be missing out on. And more than that, I don't hate going to family functions anymore. I don't dread having to go to Thanksgiving or Christmas or different holidays that my family celebrates, because that's super important to my parents. And out of respect, I want to go to those events and show up, but I just dreaded it. I dreaded it so much, and I don't anymore. And I'm thankful for that. And all it took was having that shift. And I know that there are people that have done you wrong, have done terrible things, family members with, abuse or different situations, and maybe you cannot see them a different way. And if that's your case, then that's fine. To drop it, leave it alone, and not have to go down that path. But if you want a different version, you can get a different version. You can even replay. This is the Neville Goddard technique with revising the past. You can even revise the past to go, what, actually this happened and it was amazing and that was a wonderful day. And that, with the repetition of that being your story, that being what you say, that being what you think, then that starts to conform. And it's interesting because I have different events where I've revised the past, and I've had different people come up to me and confirm the new story without, even touching on the old story, because that is the essentially that jump, that quantum leap jump that you make with that neuroscience of having that new pathway. So if you make that decision, you want something different with your family member, you can say to yourself, when that old story comes up, no, I want to see this person in the best light. And then make a list of the good qualities that they have. Make that your new story. Make that solid in your story. And if they say anything else that, triggers the old past memory, then that's another time where you make a choice, whether it's going to bother you or you're just going to be like, oh, that's funny. Like, why would that bother me? Because now they're so kind and loving to me and supportive, and that's the way they show up for me. So that's kind of weird that they would have a weird reaction like that, and kind of play it off like a game. At times people call it delusional, and you can make that choice too, because when you're in that quantum leap, that quantum jump, we're always changing and shifting. We're always changing. So what's to say that didn't happen and your new story did, and that becomes that set way. I know this can be different, unique view, especially if you didn't grow up that way like I did, very religious background. It seems like weird, mystical, spiritual oddness, instead of being like, this is the science, this is the neuroscience. Essentially what we're seeing is, because we're always in the now, we're just reliving a past event. Do you want to relive that past event a certain way, or do you want to see it a new way? Do you want to see that person in their best light and know that you deserve that respect? You deserve that respect, so of course they're going to show up for you in the best way. Of course they're going to be kind to you and say nice things about you and want to do the best for you. And that's just normal. They enjoy your company, and they are always showing up for you in the best light. And again, if you say, you know what, you don't understand, Kara, this person did me wrong, and you want to live in that old story, then that's your choice. And you can do that. I'm just giving you a different perspective where I know it works, because I've done it with multiple people, multiple times, and it shows up. And I'm thankful for that. And now I don't dread holidays anymore. And I also, more than that, I look forward to it, because I'm thankful for the time that I get to spend with the people that I love. I'm thankful for having my family in my life. I'm thankful for having that experience that I get to live out and enjoy. And I'm thankful that I can see the good qualities that this person had. Honestly, in the past, I don't think I'd ever taken the time to see the good qualities that she had. And I constantly was just stuck in how I was done wrong, and I was hurt, and they did this and they did that, and how could nobody's treating me as bad as this person, and it's all gone in the past. It almost just seems like a funny story when I think about that distant memory, because now I'm so thankful that I have that family member show up for me, and that they are part of my life, and they are a wonderful person, and I see them for the good qualities that they have. So remember, this is a choice. This is a choice you make, that you decide, you call the shots. This is a technique that you can use to see amazing results. I know, because I've done it. That's why I'm sharing this here. And I want you to have the best holiday, the best day every day, and the best experiences. And might as well see things in the best way, the best version, and call that shots and make it happen. I know it can happen. Absolutely. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.